Welcome! Do you like my sequins dress? I got this from Patricia Field when the store was open in New York, and it's all like sequins and stretchy. You just slip it on and you're ready to go. Welcome to HoliSLAY look number 3. This is a glittery, shiny, inspired look that I wanted to do on here. I wanted to do a sparkly, festive eye look without a wing liner or super intense steps of shadowing. We use 3 shadows. Yes, and we used just the pigment on the eye, and then I slapped on some really dramatic lashes with a thick band. The thick band will serve as your liner, so there's no need to even slap on a pencil liner. After you've done your shadow, you put the lashes on and you're ready to go. This pigment is from Inglot. Where does she go? It's like, it matches my dress! It's gold in the pot, but it has these beautiful teal reflex, much like my dress. The thing about smoky eyes, you guys, is that it's all about the transition shade, the transition shade, the transition shade. You lay down your warm colors first, and then you go in with the black. The minute you go in with the black first, it's over. Raccoon eyes, all day, all night. Take your time blending, practice, and you'll get it. I'm telling you, all I did was start with the browns, went in with the black, and it was good to go. I know it sounds easy and you're like, I did that already, Alicia, and it still came out like crap. Keep practicing, keep trying, and it's also your brushes. Crease brushes that are super fluffy and soft help work in the shadow a lot better so the eyes won't come out splotchy but look really blended and smooth. And of course, shadows help that are good. And using the colored Raine palette today, the Queen of Hearts, these mattes are so creamy. I mean, amazing mattes in this palette. I use them on this tutorial, you'll see later. I'm not sure if this will sell out, but this is going all over YouTube, and the pigmentation is amazing, the quality is amazing, so check it out, get your hands on one because you will not regret that purchase. Everything on here I bought with my own money, including the dress. So this video is not sponsored. I'm just a makeup lover that loves makeup, and I thought that I will do this series in case you're looking for some inspiration for any of your holiday parties. So if you want to see how we got this gold glittery HoliSLAY look number 3, then please keep on watching. We'll prep the skin first using the T.E.N Cremor mineral water and the Too Cool for School Egg Mellow Cream Serum. Lil Mist, Lil Zhuzh. Carefully avoiding my eyebrows. I did those off camera. I still have to do an eyebrow tutorial, so we'll be coming with one soon. I promise. Just to save time, I did one eye off camera, and now we'll see how we do this eye. Going in with my favorite primer, Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Enigma. And I just pat to blend. Using the colored Raine Queen of Hearts eyeshadow palette, I am in love. This is a really great palette, you guys. The mattes are creamy and the shimmers are outstanding. We're using just the mattes today, but I'm coming back on here using those shimmers, believe it. Taking this beige shade in Heir with any powder brush, we set that primer to take away any stickiness. Now with the Morphe Y17 in the shade Royal Prerogative. And we just carefully start to work that into the crease. Now for a deeper color in Duchess, using a Zoeva 225. This is a smaller tapered blending crease brush, and this will give us more control in setting that color more under that transition shade so it doesn't go so high. And I just take it to the outside portion of my crease first, and I take circular motions and really spend time in building this color up so it doesn't blow out too much. And since we are creating a halo eye, which I forgot to mention, we're going to create brackets of colors. So first starting on the outer corner and then moving towards the inner with that same dark brown shade. Using that first brush to blend out those two shades. Moving in with the black using the black shadow from the Makeup Forever Artistic Palette, and it's a Ava 234 Smoky Shader. I love the shape of this brush. It gets where I need it. So with that said, I'm gonna load that brush up a ton. And then gently patting onto the outer corner of my lid first. You really want this to be super smoky. And I find loading color first and then blending after creates a really lovely smoky eye. And then to the inner corner. Once we have the level of pigmentation that we would like to see, I go in with the same small shader brush in that dark brown Duchess shade, and I slowly start to blend out these edges. And I'm taking very light pressure here. So I keep the color where I want it to be towards the outer edges of my eye, but just to blow out those edges so they don't look so sharp, but they kind of melt into the brown shades we laid down prior. And then I create this V shape here on the outer edge with this brush. Now for the shiny glitter parts. Using Too Faced's glitter glue with any small synthetic brush. This is a Luxie 211. I load that brush up with the glue. I find that this is a good medium to use when dealing with pigments, but if you have something else, you can use a concealer or something sticky to make sure the glitter is not going to fall out. And to the portion that has no shadow, I pressed the glitter glue in between the black. And then with Inglot Pigment in 122, I load up the same brush carefully with some glue still on there. I take a tissue and just carefully start to press that on where I placed the glue. And I'm using the camera here as a mirror because I only have 2 hands. Or maybe I could try with 2. I'm holding a mirror at the same time. I'm holding this tissue and brush. I'm very impressed right now. It's gold in the pot, but it has like a teal-ish green reflect. I love it. I went a little high, but that's okay. We will use the same brush to blend out the brown and the black to kind of whisk away some of that pigment. Taking that brush with the black color, I carefully just swift on top of where we place the pigment just to clean it up a little bit. I'm using very, very light pressure because I don't want the pigment to spread. I'm going to take this brush, actually, any fluffy small brush will do, just to clean up the matte shades a little bit. And then I go back with my shader brush. If it gets everywhere, it's totally fine. For the most part, the black still looks black in terms of this is where you want the color to show. If the pigment spreads a little bit, it's fine. What are you gonna do? When I was applying, I brought it in a little too high, so that's why it spread more than what I had wanted. But you know what? It's still sparkly. I take some glitter glue to the inner corner as I would like to place some pigment there as well. And in the same fashion I applied on the lid, I just take a tiny bit of that pigment on the small synthetic brush. And with gentle pressing motions, I just take it to the inner corner, just to bring the look together. I also dipped in the colored Raine shadow in Your Majesty because I couldn't help myself. I just placed it on my pinky and combined this shade with the pigment shade. So I'm giving you like copper and gold all at the same time. Just blending out the inner corner a little more. And I'm using some micellar water and a cotton pad to clean up the under eye area. And this is a great opportunity to also sharpen that edge of the eyeshadow. For lashes, I'm using the new Bounsom Bella lashes, and I'll be right back. Now that we finish applying our lashes, we will move into the lower lash line. To fill my waterline, using Jouer's cream liner in matte black. I'm also gonna tightline my upper lash line. With a small pencil brush and the same black shadow, we will darken up that liner. This is a Morphe E36. Just start to shade and smoke out the liner. And with our small blender in the Duchess shade, we're gonna further smoke out that black eyeshadow. There's definitely pigment on my contacts. Now that we finished the eyes, we're gonna go in on the complexion. Using Laura Mercier's Candlelight Glow Foundation in the color Praline. I take about 3 pumps because it shoots out a very small product for some reason. And we work that into the skin using a Real Techniques blending sponge. For concealer and also highlighting, going in with Tarte Shape Tape in the color Medium and Mahogany. Just dotting the medium in this triangular fashion. Forehead, bridge of nose, cupid's bow, and chin. And the size of the nose. And then very, very little of the mahogany. You know this stuff is super pigmented, so just a contour, like that's all you need. That is all you will need. Or else. I probably put too much actually. Just a little bit on the forehead, you know, to pull it all together. With the same Real Techniques sponge, I'm going to carefully work the contour shade in first. See that? Like, see how much that is? And I barely touched my face. Using a sponge is helpful because it sucks up a little bit of the product. So if you put too much, it will kind of help lighten the application. Then I take the same sponge to work in the concealer. We're still blending because Alicia went in too hard with the mahogany shade. We now set everything with powder, and this is Kat Von D's Lock It Setting Powder. Same sponge. Oh, I didn't blend that concealer out. And with the Sisley powder in number 4, we set the rest of the face. Smack, 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 smack. And with the same damp sponge, we work in the excess powder into the skin. If you see that you've lost some of your shadow, I need to go back in with the same brush that probably has shadow still on it and just carefully diffuse out what I probably took away from all my blending. To bronze, using Dolce & Gabbana in the Sicilian bronzer in 30 with a Morphe E3, and I just go on top of that contour. And using some of the pieces from this month's Ipsy bag, really cool brush, it's angled, so I'm going to use this for my nose contour. This is Royal & Langnickel, the Angle Shader. And with the same bronzer, carefully along the edges here, contouring the nose. For blush, I'm using the Tarte Blush Wheel, and I think I'm going to go in with these, like, I'm going to go with the pinky shades. With that same taper brush, the E3 from Morphe, I'm going to tap into these very lightly and put it higher on the cheekbone. So starting high and placing it right over that bronzer. And then whatever I have left, I brush to the apples of my cheeks. Setting the face first with Makeup Forever's Mist and Fix, and then we go with the highlighter. Before it dries down, using the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion in number 2 and the Zoeva Fan Brush in 129. Yes! And I totally forgot to apply mascara to my lower lashes. I'm so silly. For lips, big surprise, going nude with Huda Beauty's Liquid Matte in Venus. Alright, we set inner corner, lashes, lip. I think we're done. I'm gonna put on the holiday dress and I'll be right back. Do you like? Thank you again, you guys, so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for how many now? 2 more HoliSLAY looks that are coming your way. Again, if there are any suggestions that you have, any looks that you want me to play on here with, let me know down below. If you're on your way to any holiday parties now, have a great time and stay safe. And until next time, you guys, for the next HoliSLAY look, I'll see you on the next one.